If a man's like, hey, you know what? I want a wife. I would think the only answer that I want to hear back, honestly, for her to say, what kind of food do you like?
Ooh.
Because wife equals cooking.
No, that means
it's like
you gotta
homely.
take care of me.
I don't want it to be a man's job to tell me you're looking for a wife, so I need to take care of you. Let that be on me to feel like I want to cater to you.
Love that me and Amanda are just such different women.
No, you
Because
are.
I don't want to do nothing but take care of my home.
I don't care. So don't let me catch you trying to tell me that this is something I gotta do.
No, I'm asking the question because it sounds like you're going to tell the man who you want to marry, who's going to be in your life forever. You can tell me things, but I got to make sure it's my idea.
That's crazy.
That's what you're saying.
Do that. We could make,
Actually,
make it feel like your idea.
maybe.
Like, let's say Amanda decides she wants to get married and she meets a guy. But instead of playing around or saying anything, Amanda's like, look, I want to get married. If that's not what you want, let me know right now. That is exactly what I want. I want to get married. From this point of this conversation, we could continue. If that's not what you want, I'm okay with that. And he's like, all right, cool. I'll get married to you over a couple of years or whatever. But okay, I get where you're coming from. Now he's going to be testing the things that we're going to need to make sure there's some kind of sustainability of how this is going to play out. Because then this is when we start talking about different things. Now we might talk about credit. We might talk about where do you want to live. We might talk about family. Like, our whole conversation is different because off the bat, that's what you said.
Yeah.
For women, that works, I think. But for men, it don't. Because for men, if I come and I say, hey, I'm looking for a wife, you're like, what the fuck is that? You fucking weirdo? What the fuck? You don't know me. Think about that.
Like a double standard.
It is a huge
Why do you
double
guys say
standard.
that? Is this?
I would think that was so hot.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, you want a wife?
A man that knows what he wants.
No, it's not the fact that, of course, you would want to hear that. But at the same time, usually when a guy presents that, it's automatically going to sound like a form of control. Usually women who meet a guy that's seeking a wife off the rip is looking for someone to control. That's how they think. But that's not what the reality is. If a guy was that honest, they wouldn't be attracted to that, I don't think.
Thank you.
I never had to say that. I wish I had tried that. I'm looking for a wife.
If we're talking about like what you want in life or what you want in dating, and that's your answer and your approach in dating, like, that's cool. That's so sexy to me. If you're just using that as like a line when you meet me in in a restaurant or something,
You see what I'm saying? He played too much.
See, I would think
they be having lines, you know. They be running lines.
Game.
But you already got too many standards on that same line, so you automatically you're not even gonna receive it well, probably.
Does run, but I would think if a man's like, hey, you know what? I want a wife. I would think the only answer that I want to hear back, honestly, for her to say, what kind of food do you like?
Ooh.
That's all I want to hear. Ask me what kind of food do I like.
I'm not mad at
Because
it.
that means you really heard what I said. Because now you're thinking about
Yeah,
it.
because you got to come up with, you got to ask like something that a wife
I
would
said
do.
because wife equals cooking.
No, that means
it's like
you gotta
homely.
take care of me.
Yeah.
Like homely.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going to separate you from the women I've been dating? Like,
Anybody you date could cook.
Yeah, but you didn't ask me what kind of food do I like.
Exactly.
made it like more personal.
You understand what I'm saying? What if I like?
He's telling
That's
you.
sexy. I like that. I like
'cause
that.
What if I like
Yeah, Amanda.
rice and beans, and you like I don't like rice and beans? We're not gonna work.
You better learn how to make that if you want it. If you want a
First
husband.
of all,
I ain't gonna hold you to food.
that was Alan. I need to catch myself sometimes when I'm talking to you. Because for me, I don't want it to be a man's job to tell me okay, you're looking for a wife, so I need to take care of you. Let that be on me to feel like I want to cater to you.
Oh my
So what do you
God.
got?
And
Hold on. Then why would you even want to submit to somebody if you feel like it still needs to be on your why even get in a relationship? You should automatically be willing to want to keep your man around, want to keep him happy and pleased. Why you feel like it got to be on your dime? See, this is when you get into the modern relationship dating. this is exactly how they wanted to be, and that's what makes it problematic a lot of the times.
Love that me and Amanda are just such different women.
No, you
Because
are.
I don't want to do nothing but take care of my home.
And I don't care.
I don't want to go to work.
Just because she doesn't like rice and beans doesn't mean she's not going to make it for you. Because I don't like a plethora of things, but I know I'm going to have to cook that shit.
Those are wife traits.
Yeah.
I know exactly. So you can't tell me I'm not a wife.
Those are wife traits. You're thinking like, I don't have to eat it, but I will do it for my husband.
Yeah, I think it's the attention and the care part
I
he
just
means.
want to know how.
Which is something that I exude, you know, but don't let me catch you trying to tell me that this is something I gotta do.
You know, when
will do.
Why can't you just receive it? See, and that's what usually happens. A guy will express exactly how he feels about something, what he might like, but what it's gonna come with is you're telling me instead of asking me, or not even asking. You just, why don't you just want? Why can't I just do it when I want to do it? Why can't your guy tell you what he wants, especially if he comes into your life trying to make it better and improve it, or take stress off of you, alleviate bills. If he's trying to do all these things in your life, why don't you? That man deserves something, and he deserves your appreciation to say, you know what, I'm going to go above and beyond for you, whether it be food or other simplistic things, because that's still a simple task at the same time. It ain't like we asking for the world.
But don't make me feel like that this is a job.
And the biggest, I'm sorry, Jada.
Don't you want to please your husband?
I will please my husband.
But
I don't want him saying this is what you got to do.
So you'll please your husband on your terms, is what you're saying.
That's crazy.
No, I'm asking the question because it sounds like you're going to tell the man who you want to marry, who's going to be in your life forever, you can tell me things, but I got to make sure it's my idea.
That's
That's
crazy.
what you're saying.
We could do that. We could make it feel like your idea.
Maybe.
Okay.
That's just like when you're already going to clean the kitchen, like wash the dishes, and your mom say, wash the dishes. And now you're upset because, girl, I was already going to do that.
Stop it. Because usually when you a kid, you're not going to go wash dishes. You're going to drag it out. You're going to procrastinate. You're going to do everything you can do before getting them dishes done. You ain't no little perfect child. And let's take it into the adult life. You ain't a perfect adult. A lot of the time still need a lot of direction. And I hate to say it's going to sound real crazy, but mentorship when it comes down to how to actually be a dutiful wife, because y'all weren't taught that from y'all own parents. So if you meet a good guy and he knows what he wants in his life and his life been run a certain way, he's going to try and implement those ideas to you. That's the sad part with us, bro. We don't even like telling y'all. We really just want to kind of like throw the hints out there and see if you're going to pick them up. A lot of them don't get picked up. They just stay and they get swept under the rug.
Sometimes.
I can't wait to see.
I
Actually, I don't even have to wash the dishes because that's y'all dishes, but I was going to do that already to be nice, like to be helpful.
It's crazy.
But you're making it seem like this is my job.
Nobody-
I have issues. Maybe I have. Well, I know I have daddy issues. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is,
Are you
but
able to submit?
huh?
Are you able to submit?
That's all I want to do.
Okay.
Like I told y'all, like we got independent women like Amanda. Like she wants to have run a Fortune 500 company. I don't want to do none of that.
Oh, okay.
I want to have a garden, some chickens. I want to take my herbs off of my balcony and put this nice basil into my homemade pasta. I don't want to do nothing. I can't do I want to be completely in. I want to be completely in a woman's role. I want to make a house a home. That's it.
I'm gonna say this real quick. Both of these women, let's really take a good balance. You got Amanda, more of the masculine, aggressive one. We got the other lady with the black on who wants to be more of a homemaker. I like a few traits from both, just being honest, because at the same time of me wanting a fully feminine, submissive woman, at the same time, we know in 2025, that might not be ideal for most guys in relationships when it comes down to just a financial perspective or just a survival perspective. So you will need a form of an Amanda, certain traits that can, that you can implement into your life to still get things done possibly. You can put her to work, because I still feel like women need to do something. I don't feel like they need to do nothing or whatnot, especially, being a homemaker, that's cool and all, but you're going to have to do a little bit more. So I think if I could take both of these and take pieces from them, you can kind of create a balanced female.
In my pasta?
I'm not trying to have confrontation about nothing. I'm Beyonce in the Destiny's Child. Let me cater to you, cause baby, this is showtime.
No, that is my jam, and I feel that song
That's my
very.
jam.
I don't want to do nothing else.
That is my jam.
No, it is. That is
I want to be a woman because because I can't, like, we're trying to do every role these days.
That part.
Everybody's trying to do every role. I'm not trying to help you build the porch.
Well, men aren't trying to be women, though. That's the difference.
Men aren't?
Men aren't trying to be women. It's the women that are trying to step into the masculine roles and not allow us to walk in our purpose.
I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just that there's a disconnect, and everybody, again, like I told you, everybody has so many options, or people are seeing so much that they're not content on trying to make their situation work. And I think like people are like, I don't know if men have really been committing to women. Let's be honest. Like, men haven't really been.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
Even saying that you want a wife is crazy.
All right, if a woman says,
oh, how he said it. It was like,
if a woman says, I want to be a wife, she'll tell you that on a date. She'll be like, I want to be a wife.
She will.
You're on a date. Yeah, I want to be a wife. Okay. Why don't you ask me, do I want to be a husband?
But that's not happening?
No.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
because we don't know who you are at the moment.
I don't know anyone that would say, I want to be a wife. The conversation is, I date to marry. I would like to be married. Do you want to be married? Like, do you date to marry? It's not that.
I think that's still the same exact thing. I know it sounds a little bit different, but that's still pretty much the same thing. The words are just a little twisted.
That someone's just going to say, I want to be a wife, and doesn't ask the man, do you want to be a husband?
Alan hasn't even been like, you haven't. What are you even saying right now? You're married.
Why would that be?
This is not. It's from your studies. Like,
statement that would not be the statement.
Why are we even listening to Alan right now? You're good, bro. Like, stay out of this. Like, just stay over there. You're good. You've been good for years. Like, this is not even your category. This isn't your era. Like,
but I also
you're out of this.
Since you're the only one married on the couch tonight,
I want to be a husband.
Hold on, but why not ask someone that is married? Wouldn't that make the most sense? I mean, if they've been in a long relationship, myself, I'm married, so why not listen to people that's possibly married on how to navigate it or whatnot? You know, because it's not easy, it's very difficult. So why not ask? I feel like that'd probably be the better advice instead of someone who just single and mingling.
Yo,
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, just try it out.
All right. You still working how you're playing that line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I would have bit the bait. Like, what?
Hi, come here.
Yeah. Rob came up to me talking about, I want to be a husband. Just like that little smirk.
Oh,
He's like practicing because he knows how he's gonna do it.
I do.
I would have been like, what you like to eat?
It ain't gonna be nothing nice.
You like honey butter on your cornbread?
Yes.
Anyways,
go ahead.
Alan, I was gonna ask you, what did you expect from your wife before you guys got married?
And where did your expectation come from?
Ciao.
Responsibility. Like, I can't be with somebody who's irresponsible.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
Like, that's really important to me. And she's a very responsible person. Even though she drives me crazy at times, but she's a very, like, if she gotta go to work, she's going to work. If she could be hanging out, but if she gotta be at work at 6:30, she shows up at 6:30. Like, her responsibilities has always been her priority.
I love that. I think, here's the thing about it. A lot of people, we get with people sometimes based on the wrong reasons. When you look at real core values and traits, being dutiful, responsible, if you look at that stuff, that'll improve your life way more than some of the other intangible things or the frivolous things that we used to think about when we were younger. You know, you got to get with somebody that's going to be able to stay on business together, whatever it is. Y'all be able to communicate that and y'all stay consistent with it. But I think that's pretty amazing.
I was like, damn, she's very responsible. Like, you could go far with a responsible person.
That's true.
Yeah.
You could really build with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would see that, and I used to be like, damn. You know, I'm like, I like that shit. I like that. And then we had a kid early. You know, like, there's things that I didn't like. She did a baby shower. I didn't know what baby shower was back then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I was a kid. I was 18.
You were 18 and you didn't know what a baby shower was?
Nah.
No, he ain't know what it was like.
I was tweaking.
There's
what
a
you
lot
gotta
of
do
stuff
it.
I didn't know. But what I'm saying,
They don't have baby showers in Haiti?
no, I was here. But what I'm saying is, I didn't. No, but what I'm saying is, I saw the responsibility, and you could tell those things. You know what I'm saying? And I had girlfriends before, and I remember that. I used to be like, it's not working.
Yeah.
Because I could see the issues that could happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually why I've left both my relationships when I felt like this is not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. When I couldn't see this relationship furthering, like I could not see myself marrying this person.
Because you can't see it. You like, and people don't like that part, but I think we naturally know when we can't see it. Like you couldn't see yourself with flabby belly.
Ooh.
Right? That bothered you.
Oh, so
But on the other end, there's a woman that could be like, I love that belly.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she can't see herself without that belly.
Right.
That part. That's why you gotta let him go and be where he's supposed to be and not settle.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm not gonna lie
to him the whole marriage.
No, and
Abusing him.
no, I would.
Going
would
like
have
this to
abused
him every time you walk by.
Women.
No, we would have had to nip it in the bud because I wouldn't have been able to do it. Like, I'm not even gonna abuse you. I'm just gonna be like, this ain't gonna work.
That's abuse.
And I'm not gonna lie, like your past relationships, whether they're good or bad, some of them set a certain bar for you.
Hold on, before she gets too far into that, us as guys, we know if we're around a woman that's not gonna complete us or just be helpful. If you're a burden, what he mentioned about how he found his wife, you have to look at those core traits. Me being my woman, when I met her, always cooking, always wanted to make sure I was good. If I needed things, she helped me with that. She stayed on top of making sure that I was straight. That lets you know that you got somebody that has your best interests. Like, for real. And I'm talking about we young, like 18, 19 or whatnot. So you will know if you got somebody that's really there that want to see you be great. But a lot of the times when you have ones that just want to take, it's like, how can I actually put that trust, or how can I really instill in you if I feel like you're just stealing from me? That's where it becomes problematic.
A new standard, yeah.
Yeah, new standard. And my man, my baby daddy could have made it. We could he was that dude. Just crazy as hell. So
that's what I'm saying. There was
so now
you guys and I guess I might be using the wrong word.
What's that?
I don't know if I'm using the right word. The expectation she had for her baby father and the expectation he had, they just didn't meet. When I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm using the right word. I feel like when people
Is expectation the word you feel like you're misusing?
Yeah. It's like,
I don't think so.
There's a thing like
maybe you mean alignment. They weren't aligned.
Alignment. That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what
Maybe
it
they
is.
Miss the alignment. You misaligned because something happens.
Or you're not aligned.
Hold on, but I picked that up though. You had a baby with them, but now you were misaligned all of a sudden. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you get with people for the wrong reasons, and you don't really read between the lines, you get in too deep, and now you done created a whole life situation with someone that you really weren't supposed to.
Yeah, or even, for example, sometimes people are not ready for that position yet. So you can get a job somewhere and you can be like, like you want to get that next position, but somebody else might get it. Like, you're just not ready for it yet. You're not groomed properly for that position yet. And it's just not the time for it. Maybe it's not the job for it. Maybe you do better in a different company. But at that time, it's just not.
But what's the misalignment that, where do you see the misalignment?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Like if you have the person that you want and everything is going good, where do you get misaligned?
Because
That was
there's
timing. If that's the case, and they weren't ready. If someone's not ready, then it's just not their time for that relationship. So if you're staying in it, you're forcing them person to be ready.
And sometimes it's simple stuff like that can be fixed. But again, it takes a certain level of maturity. Like, I had to really look into myself with certain things, and I had to grow in certain ways to understand certain ways where I messed up. And then I also have to, like, if I wanted to double back in that relationship, I can't go back into the relationship with a person who didn't make those like certain changes in growth as well. So it's like, yeah, could that relationship work again if changes were made and growth and acknowledgement for what was the issue? But if there's no acknowledgement and there's no growth or change, then it's going to be the same repetitive cycle.
Yeah, but could you see growth? Could you see growth in somebody that you had a bad experience with then?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or do you always see that person in that spot?
No, I can see growth, especially, just again with the path that I'm choosing to take now, like, absolutely. And I can see effort in people. Like, if you make an effort and you show someone that you're trying to better themselves in the areas that were an issue, I think that,
I I couldn't even imagine dating. I have no patience.
I know, but nobody does.
I would just be like,
Yeah.
it's not.
Same. It's
I
also
agree.
like you could
Hold on. Before she really talk, I'm gonna explain. Well, you know what? Let me let her finish because I'm gonna end it soon.
see potential in a person, but knowing that maybe the next girl will get the better version because maybe it's therapy they need. Maybe
Yeah.
it's time for them to even understand their traumas and heal properly. And yeah, people might not have the patience to stay with them in that.
Yeah.
So it's like enough damage has to be done in the current relationship for you to walk away. And unfortunately, the next person will get the better version of that partner.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Or get the person that they got, because
Or the person that's scarred from with the experience, and now they're gonna make you pay for it.
Or they like that person the way they are. They just weren't for you.
Oh, true.
and they go back and forth and cuss each other out, whatever
It
it
just
is,
lasts.
unhealthy habits, and they probably really dwell in that. And they could dwell in
Yeah.
that for years.
Exactly.
Word.
And probably only want to change it because somebody's like, you should change. But like, I like being toxic.
But I think that's that's the thing. I think some people just this culture that we're in now, where everybody has to like try to help each other. I don't think it's always necessary or helpful. Like none of us are ever going to be perfect in
Or
relationships.
healthy because you could be drowning trying to help somebody
Yeah.
out with their shit.
And at the end of the day, like sometimes it's like we're all trying to have the same personality. I feel like
Yeah, it is. It feels
all
like
right, if I'm a narcissist,
so good.
like if I'm a narcissist, like
I think I'm gonna leave it right here. There are certain traits you really can't wash out of yourself. You're gonna be who you're gonna be about 70% or so. The 30% you can probably fix and change. But when it comes down to you getting with somebody that just what they mentioned earlier about alignment, that's what we all got to do. You got to get with somebody that kind of has more of the qualities that you really appreciate, because ultimately you can't really change anybody. Now, can someone want to change for you because they see the appreciation from you? Yes. And that's what it's going to boil down to. It's going to determine on how much the next person appreciates you, whether it's the male or the female side. The male appreciates his woman. He'll try and change and fix things to make sure she stays there and happy. Vice versa on the woman's side. But usually you have, in the culture, I would say today, it's a lot of misalignment when it comes down to who's actually trying to step up to that plate to say, hey, I want this person for the long haul. Or I just want him for a short time, him or her. So I think once people start sitting back and really thinking about who they are and where they play in a relationship, then you'll be able to navigate exactly what type of relationship you want to put yourself into. But two things can be true at the same time. Change is good, but at the same time, if you're not changing for the right reasons, that's going to be problematic. I'll make sure I have this link in the description. 8 at the table. Make sure y'all follow them. Check out their channel, The Whole 9. Make sure y'all like this video. Comment below. This is your guy, JayBReacts. Oh yeah, also, I'm on vacation right now. So if you see the background, it's not the normal background. It's because I'm on vacation. So the next few videos or so possibly will be this background until we resume regular scheduling, possibly next week sometime after the Halloween festivities. So make sure y'all like the video. Comment below. This is JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all. Peace.